evening. Today is November 12th, and this is The View with Catherine Chang. Today's topic is It Takes Three to Tango, the U.S. and cross-strait relations. First, today is the 8th day after the U.S. presidential election, and the final result hasn't come out yet. This not only affects the domestic politics of the United States, but also causes the rising tension between Taiwan, Hong Kong, and China. China brutally unseated 4 Hong Kong lawmakers yesterday, and leads to 15 lawmakers resign altogether. It caused a huge backlash in the international community. Here are some points. First, let's look at the map. We know that Trump won Alaska and got 3 electoral votes. We can see put over here, this is Donald Trump just win. We can see over here that added 3, so he has 217 electoral votes by now. Can Trump really kind of flip over in Georgia, Arizona, and Wisconsin? As to Biden, CNN said that he has 290 votes. However, if taking away Pennsylvania over here and Georgia, and we're talking about also Arizona, and we can see that Biden got only 259. So what will be the final result? It is still pending. Today, it's a Veterans Day in the United States. Both Trump and Biden show up for activities. We know that Trump appeared at the Arlington National Ceremony today, and this was his first official appearance after the U.S. presidential election. And he tweeted after that, he said, "We will win." And Biden attended the Korean War Memorial Ceremony in Philadelphia today. And he tweeted that, "To our proud veterans, I will be a commander-in-chief who respects your sacrifice, understands your service." I think Biden implies that he is the president of the United States by saying, "I will be a commander-in-chief." Trump suddenly fired Secretary of Defense. We said that Esper, and it really caused a great shock in China. You know, China official media, the Global Times, pointed out that this move is very unusual, and even said, well, China should pay close attention to whether there is any abnormal movement in South China Sea and Taiwan Strait. I think it is reasonable for China to worry, because former Secretary of Defense Esper just assured China's Ministry of National Defense that U.S. will not attack China's reefs in the South China Sea. But now Esper stepped down. So is this promise still valid? China worries kind of whether there will be conflicts in the South China Sea. On the other hand, the intrusions of Chinese fighters to Taiwan's airspace has not stopped. Even on Tuesday, we know that a suspected drone intruded the southwest airspace of Taiwan and reached a kind of an unprecedented height of 15,000 meters, and which aroused attention in Taiwan. What I think is that China is contradictory to itself. On one hand, it worries that the U.S. will make a move in the South China Sea, but on the other hand, it constantly invading Taiwan's ADIZ. And what is China thinking? Did China know that the regional peace and stability should be maintained mutually? If China keeps intruding into other countries' airspace, how can China expect others not to intrude its area? If China is not stupid, then it must be very arrogant. In fact, China's suppression of Taiwan and Hong Kong has never stopped. In Hong Kong, what came to everyone's surprise is that, according to the decision of the Standing Committee of the National People's Congress of China, 全国人大常委会, 4 Hong Kong lawmakers were disqualified. And the reasons are kind of ridiculous, including supporting the Hong Kong independence, seeking foreign forces to interfere in Hong Kong affairs, and endanger national security. Well, we don't even know which reason exactly they were disqualified for. But it is all up to Hong Kong government's decision, and there is no way to fight back. I think this is the failure of one country, two systems, 一国两制. They promise Hong Kong won't change in 50 years, but actually they change in just 23 years. This is totally stepping on Hong Kong's democracy. Here are the top stories. Today, we have 5 confirmed cases, and they are all imported cases from Indonesia to work in Taiwan. First, I want to talk about WHO keeps excluding Taiwan's participation, and there are sufficient evidence that it is manipulated by China. WHO just banned the message Taiwan can help on Facebook. Last night, some netizens discovered that they were unable to leave a message for Taiwan's slogan, Taiwan can help. Even the word Taiwan in both Chinese character and in English couldn't be sending out. And many people changed the message in creative ways, such as China can help. Well, in response, Taiwan strongly rebuts WHO's unreasonable behavior. And Taiwan Minister of Foreign Affairs Joseph Wu said today that more than 1,700 parliamentarians from Europe, the United States, and Latin America and Africa has supported Taiwan's participation in the WHO. We still continue to strive for more support in the future. As the US-Taiwan economic we're talking about a prosperity dialogue, and which will be held on November 20th. And Taiwan Foreign Minister said that the US and Taiwan might sign the MOU throughout the dialogue. You can see over here, this meme is very cute. I think this is Uncle Sam from the United States, right? This is our President Tsai. But I want to say is that our Foreign Minister, Joseph Wu, said the result of the US presidential election will not affect this dialogue mechanism. And I believe it will become an institutionalized dialogue mechanism between Taiwan and the United States. As to Hong Kong, we're talking about the 4 Hong Kong pro-democracy lawmakers got unseated by China. And Hong Kong kind of, straight 4 democracy lawmakers of their seats on Wednesday due to the reason of suppressing, kind of talking about this kind of supporting Hong Kong's independence or endangering national security. And according to the Voice of America, it said that 15 Hong Kong pro-democracy lawmakers quit after colleagues expelled. And to fight back, U.S. National Security Advisor slammed China. Robert O'Brien said that one country, two systems is now merely a fig leaf covering for the CCP's expanding one-party dictatorship in Hong Kong. As to the latest development of the U.S. presidential election, we know that Trump wins Alaska. And Trump said that, well, we're talking about that Trump leads Biden like 56.9 to 39.1% with 75% of the votes in Alaska. Trump now has a total of 217 votes, and Biden has 290 votes. But some people said it's 259 votes. So it depends how you count it. Also, according to CNN, Georgia to conduct full by-hand count of presidential race ballots. It also said that, Georgia's Secretary of State announced Wednesday that the state will conduct an audit of the 220,000 presidential race and recounted by hand that millions of ballots cast in the state where President-elect Joe Biden is leading. Well, Trump must be very happy, right after Georgia announced it, because Trump just tweeted that we will win after Georgia announced the whole thing. However, Pompeo kind of, clarifies power transfer, because do you remember that yesterday he said that he will transit the power to the second Trump administration. But today he changes. He said that we will have a smooth transition. Whoever is in office new on January 20th has all the tools readily available, so we don't skip a bit with the capacity to keep Americans safe. In the end, we know that Japan PM, Prime Minister Suga, and Biden hold first phone talks today. Over here, we can see that, about this, Joe Biden just stated to Yoshihide Suga, say that the Senkaku Islands are applicable to Article 5 of the Treaty of Mutual Cooperation and Security between the United States and Japan. And second, it means that when the conflicts happen, the U.S. is responsible for defending Japan. Well, I think this is the kind of gesture that Biden shows to President Xi Jinping on Senkaku Island issue. It means that the U.S. will be on the side with Japan. So that will be the view for today. This is Catherine. I hope you have a nice night, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.